Stan Gibilisco here, proprietor and operator of amateur radio station W1GV Whiskey 1 Golf Victor. The date, February 1, 2014. The time, 5:54 p.m. Mountain Standard, which translates into 0054 UTC on 2 February 2014. I'm going to listen on 40 meters right now because it seems to me that'd be the band most likely to have signals on it. I don't know exactly when the Super Bowl is. You know, I can proudly say that I did not watch 1 second of the State of the Union address, and I will probably not watch 1 second of the Super Bowl either, even though Bill O'Reilly is going to interview Barack Obama on that show, pregame show. I just am not into television anymore. It just disturbs me too much. And I don't like to be disturbed. I don't know about you. Some people seem to like it. So I'm a CW man. Now they say that during the Super Bowl, it's a great time to work DX. Probably a little late for me to tell you this now, isn't it? But there's always next year. Because U.S. stateside operators are, by and large, not on the air. They're watching the game. So it's a great time to work DX because someone in, say, North Vietnam. Is it legal to work North Vietnam? Are there any countries that are still illegal? Well, someone in, say, Senegal isn't going to care very much about well, there isn't a North Vietnam anymore, is there? It's just all one country now. See, I was almost drafted into that war. The only reason I wasn't drafted was because of my flat feet. Well, that's pretty good, fast, snappy code. There's some signals here, sure enough. Let's listen on 10 megahertz. Well, there's signals there. Of course, this antenna really starts its strong performances at 14 megahertz and up, particularly on this band where it's resonant. And there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of phase shift keying. Now that sounds sort of like multiple frequency shift keying, but faster. Now I'm not sure. Now that is, of course, that WSJT synchronous stuff. I just got an Arduino Uno starter kit. There must be some way to work that thing into WSJT. And I'm going to figure it out, maybe, if I get motivated. By the way, oh my gosh. 40/9, that's the first time I have ever seen a signal that strong on this radio. K5, that's got to be in Texas. Only in Texas would they have a signal like that. You know, I went through Texas when I moved from Miami to California to LA. And one thing I can say about Texas is you get a lot of good stuff for a good price. I just ordered a Yaesu FT857D and an antenna kit from Texas Towers. Speaking of Texas, I like Texas. I don't know if Texas likes me, but that sounds like a great state. My gosh, there's some kind of contest going on. Now, why would they have a contest during the Super Bowl? Well, for the same reason that a linebacker tackles a quarterback, I suppose, so they can conflict with each other. Wow, these people are sending fast, too. In some cases, sounds like close to 35 words a minute. Let's see what's on 18 megahertz. Let's see, I don't think contests are allowed on this band. They're not allowed on 10 megahertz, 18 megahertz, or 24 megahertz. But there's a signal there. Let's try 21 megahertz. That's an HW1. It's probably somewhere in South America. He's in Texas. He's in Texas. What did I tell you? 20 over 9 on 21 megahertz from Texas. I don't think he's in Texas. He said it sounded like British Columbia, but I don't think a W2 would be in British Columbia. Well, but there are signals here. Now let's listen on this band now. I'm kind of surprised. It's kind of intriguing. Well, I don't hear anything here, but there's always the acid test, the grand finale. This frequency right here, channel 11 on CB, Chaos Band, nobody here. Well, that ought to tell the story then, ain't it? The MUF has fallen below here, because if it was up this high, we'd be sure to hear those guys down there, and I just barely hear something, but what the heck. 20 meters is where it's hopping. Stan Gibilisco, Whiskey 1 Golf Victor, saying 73, signing off, and so long for now.